Hi, spots and cheap pops, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is me, Silicon Steve Valli, and I am with reigning, defending Purple Nurple champion and all over great guy, Vladi. He's in the house. And we are talking AEW Collision debuting tonight. Most specifically, we are talking about the biggest star on AEW Collision. And of course, we're talking about CM Punk, who we heard rumblings, Vladi, just a day or two ago, that there was going to be more negative news coming out of the camp of CM Punk. Another negative controversy coming out of CM Punk land. And that was an ESPN article. We dropped it today, Vladi Dottie. You were able to look through it a little bit before we get into the actual quotes. Did this change or strengthen your opinion of CM Punk, for the most part, almost being in the right?
You know what? Like, first off, it's just like I'm happy that he's coming back, and then I'm really now, especially looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. They're playing this really like wisely. Sports Illustrated is a big deal. You're going to get a lot of eyes on that. CM Punk, associated with the pipe bomb, is coming back with all these sort of outliers between the EVPs, his relationship with Tony Khan. What's the deal with him and Mox? What's up with him and Bryan Danielson? This could go so many different ways. And having this article drop today and sort of getting his words in this interview, a lot of it centered around on Hangman. I see and can understand where he's coming from. And I guess, yeah, you know what? I think in some ways, if we're being honest, it probably strengthened my opinion about him. And what got me most, if it's true, is that he reached out to them and then was interceded by lawyers. That to me, I'm like, you know what? You work together. If Macho Man and Hulk Hogan can do business together at their most hated moments, if you had Edge and Matt Hardy over very personal things and they're still able to do business, why, with EVPs, wouldn't they want to go and do business like this? If he's reaching out especially, he's looking to see if there's a connection. To stonewall him like that, bad for business.
Well, let's get into the actual comments, and then I'll give you my reaction. So, first of all, he sounds like he's in good spirits and ready to take on the world in AEW. He sounds like he's ready to go to work.
Yeah.
Mark Ramondi of ESPN and talked to CM Punk, and CM Punk had some really choice words, as you referred to it, for Hangman Page. Let's get right into it. First of all, he talked about regrets that happened with the whole media scrum. The first thing I did, I said to Tony when I sat down with him and spoke to him after it was, man, I'm really sorry I put you in that position. I apologize for the scrum, but when you've watched a scrum, you're looking at a very, very frustrated guy who had told people. That's not the first time he heard all that. It's not the first time lawyers were told all that. And I was just looking for something to be done, and nothing got done. So if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And I just didn't approach it in the right manner, but tension was high. I was very pissed. I pretty much knew that I had just injured myself again. I was hurt and I was disappointed. Yeah, it's very easy for me to say I regret that and I handled it the wrong way, 100%. So that sounds like a shitload of accountability right there. He still had the backhanded, like, well, I was frustrated and da-da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, the last thing he said, I regret that, and I handled it the wrong way 100%. Just right there, it's saying, okay, I fucked up here. And that's all anyone wanted to hear, because there were people defending it the entire time, and he came out and said he was wrong now. So some people were right about it.
Yeah. But we can all understand.
But the fact is, CM Punk is the only one that has come out and said that, really. The Bucks said they're not proud of what they did and all that. But I don't know if they said it in the manner in which CM Punk did. Like he said, I was wrong 100%. So Punk then went on to talk about when some of the division started to happen within that locker room. And obviously we know about, at this point in time, which you brought up very early on, when a lot of people didn't even know about it. You brought this up on the show, Hangman saying about workers' rights and what many people feel was alluding to Colt Cabana losing his job in AEW, which, by the way, he never lost his job. He was just getting reassigned to Ring of Honor. So he never lost his job, technically. So all that was to do about nothing anyway.
That's a huge point, man.
So at that point in time, what's going on? And that's coming from Tony Khan's mouth, by the way, folks. This isn't from CM Punk. This is Tony Khan has confirmed that Cabana was never fired. He was just moved to Ring of Honor.
He's getting a paycheck.
Yeah. So anyway, of course, Adam Page talked about workers' rights, and you've been the exact opposite. And I'm trying to protect AEW from you. I'm paraphrasing. We don't need to do the entire promo.
Right.
And so Punk started talking about the actual match with Hangman at Double or Nothing of last year. And then Punk says, and I proceed to have what I think is a garbage match because I'm trying to protect myself on stuff instead of actually just working and trying to put on the best performance I can. I'm keeping an eye out. He chopped me in the mouth one time, and I'm just like, okay, did you do that on purpose? You chipped my tooth, and I'm like, all right, should I give him a receipt? It changes that dynamic. It poisoned everything for me, and it made me really, really, really ugly. And that was what set it all this off. And here we are over a year, and ain't shit been done about it. So it sounds like Punk still wants some kind of punishment towards Hangman Adam Page for this shit. That's what it sounds like in that vein. Your thoughts on that? So he's accusing, essentially. I don't think he was accusing. He said it crossed his mind. I think that's a very important part too, because I think a lot of people are taking that specific quote and I'm just, he said Hangman will shoot fought him. Hangman is very snug. CM Punk never accused him of that. He said it crossed his mind is how he explained it. But your reaction to that from CM Punk?
Within CM Punk's mind, especially with the previous promo, Page sort of put him on the defensive. I have a feeling maybe Punk went in there a bit leery, maybe took one a little bit stiffer than some other guys would have maybe provided. Could have just taken it that way too. And then chemistry was immediately off. Shitty match. Page didn't want to lose to him. Some of the boys in the back didn't want him to lose to him.
Hangman had a nothing title run.
Yeah, it was very forgettable.
He had the weakest run of them all. That's a reality, folks. And anyone saying anything different,
it's true.
I mean, then again, except for maybe Punk, we had it for a day.
Well, yeah.
We're counting legit runs here, folks.
Yeah. Ones that were a little bit longer than a few days. But yeah, so I could see why he would take this sort of personally. I think there's a lot of trust when these guys get in a ring with each other. And if it's not there, it's a really bad way to start the match or even just the program with each other. You have to be able to know that you're not going to go across a certain line there. Make it look good. But if you're already leery, you're going to be sensitive to whatever.
You think he's doing it to deflect the part that he absolutely botched that buckshot lariat, that Punk shot lariat? Punk actually then opened up a little bit more probably than I've heard anybody else get into it. Punk opened up about some of the proceedings that have happened off camera. And by the way, you had every single second-rate news reporting every single day about CM Punk, and they got all of it wrong. All of that reporting, all those rumors, you guys were wrong. 99% of the shit you reported was wrong. But anyway, Punk says, now we all got to roll in the fucking mud. And that never should have happened and has never been course corrected. So I understand people want to say, oh man, Punk is a dick. That's me, by the way.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because I'm defending myself, and I always will defend myself. I'm open to have a full-blown fucking sit-down powwow discussion with everybody about it, but it hasn't happened yet, and it's not because of my lack of trying. And in that conversation, Punk said he has tried to reach out to the elite and gotten messages from lawyers saying, do not contact this person. That's incredible to me. And he also said that he resents being painted like the bad guy from people like Meltzer. He didn't specifically say Meltzer, but we know he doesn't think Alvarez and Meltzer are fans of his.
Right.
He says he doesn't like being painted like the bad guy and he feels that he's just been defending himself. It sounds like CM Punk has wanted to do business since day one. It's been him that's wanted to do business. And the elite, after taking shot after shot after shot on him on live television, making fun of the Punk shot lariat. So I think someone did a GTS, but Kenny Omega also uncharacteristically bit somebody. And at the time I was saying, this has got to be a work because they wouldn't be doing and trying to embarrass CM Punk on national television like that. There's no way they would do that.
Right.
If they're not willing to work with him and they took those pot shots at him and they did those shots on BTE on him, that's fucking immature. It's just high school drama shit. And you don't even have the balls to have a conversation with the guy. If that's true, I lose a lot of respect for the Elite. And I've been the one guy who has defended this group almost to the hilt recently. But if that is the case, and CM Punk has apologized and wanted to have conversations, that's, to me, unless I'm missing something, maybe I am, that is profoundly immature and profoundly short-sighted, not just because it would make a lot of money, quote unquote. It would help put AEW in a better position than they are right now. So that not only is it immature and short-sighted, it's selfish. And I'm sorry to say that. But if that is accurate, where CM Punk wanted to work this into a match, and B, got only responses by a lawyer of do not contact this person, that's a joke. It really is. And I love the Elite. And I had this conversation. Hey, look, there is no All Elite Wrestling without Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, and I forget the other guy's name. I think he main evented a show this past year. That was pretty important.
He's a regular call-in, too, for our show.
He's not going to call in here. Too serious of it.
Yeah.
He knows better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops. Hit that subscribe button, share, and let us know, what do you think? Is CM Punk a dick, or are the Elite a bunch of pussies? Thanks for watching High Spots and Cheap Pops.